Hello, the Lake County Library. This is Christy Lewis from the Leopard branch, and today we're going to be talking about some books that have been lost in the stacks. So this includes books that were added to the collection between 6 months and a year ago and haven't been checked out yet. So they need a little love because they're all great books, but they just have to find the right reader. Before I jump into the book haul, I just want to let you know that any of these books are available for free through our online library catalog. So definitely check out our website and definitely check out our online catalog. All of the books that I'm mentioning in today's video will be linked down below with the titles and author names, so you can just copy and paste them directly into the catalog and get them ordered to the library branch of your choice. Just make sure that we have your updated information, like a phone number or an email, so that we can contact you when your books arrive for you. Okay, let's jump into the book haul. I have all of the genres of the books that I'll be mentioning today also down below, and I'll have timestamps next to them, so if you're not interested in one genre, you can skip straight to the genre of your choice. So our genres today are going to be romance, fantasy, biography, middle grade, which is ages 8 to 12, and historical and thriller. So we're going to start off with the romance books. So first of all, we have Phantom Game by Christine Feehan, which is a fantasy romance in the Ghostwalker series about two predators who fall in love. Phantom Game follows Jonas and Camellia, who have an instant connection, but whereas that makes Camellia want to run away, Jonas is determined to convince her to stay. Phantom Game is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Next we have Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon, which is an electrifying romance from the author of The X Talk, in which a TV meteorologist and a sports reporter scheme to reunite their divorced bosses with unforecasted results. Weather Girl is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Our next genre is going to be fantasy. So first we have Age of Ash by Daniel Abraham. This is the first book in an epic fantasy trilogy that unfolds within the walls of the great city of Kithmar. The fate of this ancient city is woven from the stories of its inhabitants. And this story is about a petty thief from the slums who sets out to solve her brother's murder. Age of Ash is also available on ebook, and there's an e-audiobook in the making on the way very soon. I can also recommend this author if you're a really big fan of fantasy and you're looking for like a new kind of setting that you've probably never seen before. Daniel Abraham's settings are really incredible, so recommended. Next we have Flint and Mirror by John Crowley, which is a historical fantasy in which ancient clans fight to preserve their lands and culture. Hugh O'Neill, Lord of the North, is a divided man. He receives orders and love from the Queen through an obsidian mirror, and he is the champion of the ancient peoples of Ireland. How is he going to reconcile that? I do wonder. Flint and Mirror is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Our next genre is going to be biography. So our first biography is Invisible Child by Andrea Elliott, which is a Pulitzer Prize-winning biography of Dasani Coates. Elliott weaves the story of Dasani with the history of her enslaved ancestors. Dasani guides her siblings through a world that is riddled by hunger, violence, racism, and drug addiction in New York City. Invisible Child is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, and on large type. Next we have Lions and Shadows by Christopher Isherwood, which is a literary classic which blends autobiography and fiction to describe the inner life of a writer in London's Bohemia and the cult of rebellion shaping England's literary identity in the 1930s. It includes the author's friendships with contemporaries such as W.H. Auden. Our next genre is going to be middle grade, which again is for ages 8 through 12. Although I was still reading middle grade into my teens, it's just adorable. In fact, I still read it as an adult, so anybody can read these and enjoy them. So our first book is going to be Mr. Lemoncello's Very First Game by Chris Grabenstein, which is a prequel to Mr. Lemoncello's Library. Luigi has a knack for games and puzzles. When he gets the chance of a lifetime to work for the world-famous Professor Marvelous, he must solve a mysterious puzzle box and clue. Can Luigi solve the puzzle? Can you? Mr. Lemoncello's Very First Game is also available on ebook and e-audiobook, book on CD, and Playaway, which is an MP3 player which you just have to provide the batteries for, and it has the book all downloaded for you on the MP3 player. Next we have Friends Like These by Yamile Saied Méndez, which is the second installment of the Horse Country series. Paradise Ranch is ready to welcome its very first sponsored student, but when the student arrives, she isn't as excited as everyone is expecting. She might even be scared of the horses. Friends Like These is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Next we have Sunlight on the Snow Leopard by Mary Pope Osborne, which is part of the #1 best-selling Magic Treehouse series. In this volume, Jack and Annie have traveled to the Himalayas in Nepal. They're searching for the mysterious gray ghost. Both are excited about all the amazing animals they see, until they get lost. Sunlight on the Snow Leopard is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. and book on CD. Next, we have a thriller, which is The Ballerinas by Rachel Kapelke-Dale, which is a new thriller about a 13-year-old secret. Delphine has returned to the legendary Palais Garnier Opera House to choreograph the ballet that will kickstart the next phase of her career, and, she hopes, finally make things right with her former friends. The Ballerinas is available on ebook, e-audiobook, and Playaway. Finally, we have a historical novel, which is A Ballad of Love and Glory by Reyna Grande, which is described as a Long Petal of the Sea meets Cold Mountain. This exquisitely wrought romantic historical fiction saga follows a Mexican-American nurse and an Irish soldier who must fight for their survival and their love amidst the atrocity of the Mexican-American War. A Ballad of Love and Glory is also available on ebook and e-audiobook and book on CD. That is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this book haul of Lost in the Stacks books, and I hope that you'll pick some of them up. If you have any questions, or if you order any of these books, let us know down below, because we really love to hear from you. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.